DMZ, which is the demilitarized zone, which is the most guarded border in the world. It's the strongest border, and we look like this because it's very early in the morning.
If you don't like, subscribe and share, then I will leave Sahiba in North Korea.
So sweet. So, if you want to go to North Korea, this is the only way to go, which is through a DMZ tour. We booked it online, and you can even book it once you come here. So usually you go on a bus on these tours, or a private tour where you again go in a minivan. We are on a bus and they pick you up from your hotel or a common location. We chose Myeongdong metro station and we got picked up at 9 AM. It's a 7.5 hour, 8 hour full tour, and now we're headed. My name is not Henry, but Henry is our tour guide. So everyone is supposed to wear this today at the border. So we are at stop number 1, which is the Paju Imjin Peace Park. There's a gondola here which you can take. It doesn't obviously take you to North Korea, but it takes you till the DMZ. But there's a very interesting fact our guide told us, that the DMZ was filled with landmines because of the US Army. They put landmines, so you're not supposed to walk around. That's why they take the gondola or the buses, because if you walk, all the landmines go off, then you're a roasted chicken. And there are Korean babies. She's obsessed with Korean babies. So we are in the first checkpoint, which is the park. We will get some coffee and then go to the next. This is still stop number 1, and those are the gondolas that you can take to the DMZ. And the tickets are available here only. So this is called the Freedom Bridge where we're walking, and there's another railway track there. These two bridges were the only bridges where the troops after the war could come back home, or the North Korean troops could go back home. Buy North Korean money here, but the only thing is I didn't buy it. I don't know how authentic it is. It just could be prints who's there to authenticate the currency.
Since you're never going to be able to go there, you can never use
We can never use it, never know.
There is no way to know.
Yeah, Delhi mein kharab ho jayenge, kya pata. So, but I've taken a photo to see how it looks.
Paisa. Hath ki mail hai yaar.
While you're waiting for your gondola ride or for your queue to reach the DMZ, you can eat here. They have a lot of good food, ramen, sausages, hot dogs, and for some reason there's an amusement park. So we are taking the gondola, and the gondola doesn't really take you to North Korea. It takes you to one of the border parts. We paid $7 for a round trip. So from here you take the gondola, you cross a little bit of the military line and you come back. Since we have a lot of time till we actually go to our DMZ, that's why we are doing this gondola ride. We've come down from the gondola and now we are going up an observatory. There are kids like this running up the slope.
Then you have the millennials.
Then you have kids like this trying to walk up the slope.
At least I'll die eating a bagel.
Explain this easier. This is like the no man's land, and this is the DMZ. So this is the south line. So South Korea ends here, and this is the military base for South. And this is the northern line, which is the northern limit, and North Korea base. and this is the DMZ, and we will go here and probably get to step here. The entire border from one end of Korea to the other is around 300 kilometers long, and this gap, this border, which is the DMZ, is 4 kilometers, 2 kilometers in the north and 2 kilometers in the south. And this is where we are right now, and we are going here. We are about 2 kilometers from the border, so we'll go that on stop number 2 after this. But a quick history is that Korea, erstwhile Korea, full peninsula, was ruled by many dynasties, and then Japan had occupied Korea. And then after the war, when Japan left, north part of Korea was communist, and a lot of Soviet Union influence was there, while South Korea was more liberal and democratic, and US influence was there. Because of this USSR and US and ideologies difference is basically why the division happened when North Korea, Kim Il-sung, grandfather Kim Jong-un, basically started the Korean War by bombing South Korea, and that's where a ceasefire after a few days and weeks, months and years was finally resolved, and yeah, and that's how the two nations became the two nations.
언제는 제가 오늘 죽을지도 모릅니다. 하지만 저는 살아가겠습니다. 살아서 돌아가겠습니다.
So when the US army, after the ceasefire, left, they put a lot of mines all around the border just in case there was any infiltration by the north. So it's heavily guarded because you can't take your car, bike, wander or walk because of the mines. There is also water flowing everywhere just in case someone steps on a mine. I don't think it's going to help. But yeah, all across this barbed wire behind their mines. So that is South Korea, and this bridge that you see, this railway bridge, is the only connecting point to North Korea. This was used to get back soldiers and to send soldiers or prisoners of war. It was last used many years ago, but yeah, that's the only way you can officially do it, but it doesn't really happen. So we've left the first point, which was where we were for 3 hours, and now we're going to the actual DMZ where they're going to ask us for our passports. And our tour guide has said to sit with the passports and smile when the military comes inside.
Smile, okay? Smile. Smile. Don't forget smile.
Behind me, right there, is North Korea. And you can see like really tall buildings.
So from here, front is there, the
Shut up,
left side is
baby.
North Korea.
How cool is it? I can't believe how cool and fascinating is the fact that I am looking at North Korea. I have seen North Korea, the most heavily guarded, gated, obscure country in the world, and I've seen it with my own eyes. It feels very surreal. You must come here if you ever visit Korea. That is the North Korean flag there, North Korea, and all those buildings are North Korea. All of those buildings are North Korea. And when you're here, then you can use the telescope to even see more things. When I saw the telescope, I could see people walking on the street and in the paddy field. Behind me you wear these construction hats, and then you take a tunnel and then once you reach the end of the tunnel, North Korea underground is literally 10 meters away. But I'm not allowed to shoot inside or take my camera, so we're going to end this here, and I'm going to go there and enter the tunnel. Okay, since we can't go inside the tunnel, I can't take my camera inside the tunnel. I'll quickly tell you what the tunnel is because it's extremely interesting. Okay, basically they claim that North Korea, after the ceasefire, created this tunnel to further infiltrate South Korea. But North Korea says that South Korea made this tunnel to infiltrate North Korea. Here my tour guide and everyone is saying no, North Korea made it. There they are saying no, South Korea made it. I am going to take it with a pinch of salt. I don't know who did it, but let me explain you what it is. Okay, so I'm right now here. There's a huge slope that goes down, and this is where they intercepted the tunnel. Now it is very short. You apparently have to stoop low and walk, and then you keep walking, and then you reach a checkpoint. This is the checkpoint. This is South Korea, this is North Korea. You can walk till here, and when you're standing here, North Korea is just less than like a meter away, right? So we will go till here, and this is North Korea, and this is the tunnel they had made, whoever made, to infiltrate the other country. The last stop, which is stop number 4, is this beautiful village behind me that has very cute houses. It's called the Reunification Village. Now, in the Reunification Village is controlled by the UN, so it's supposed to be one of the most peaceful and secure areas in all of Korea, and I mean North Korea and South Korea correlated. They don't have many houses here, but they have very cute houses, and these guys who live here do not pay any tax. There are benefits of living in this area, and it's extremely peaceful. Now when you come here, you can't obviously visit their houses or speak to them, but there is a market where we are, and you can buy like ginseng and rice and stuff like that. And that concludes the entire trip. If you are in Korea, do mention the DMZ tour, the JSA tour, so you can see North Korea with your eyes. I felt very surreal in this entire thing. It costs around $100 for this entire trip, or you could even get a smaller, cheaper version for $50, so it's not expensive at all, and you could book it on Buy It or anything like that. I was randomly walking in the Reunification Village and I met someone.
Hey, hi.
Hi.
Hey, hi.
So, how come you're here?
So, I work in Deloitte and we implemented a project here.
Yeah.
So, we came here for supporting clients and everyone.
So you're on a work trip?
Yeah, I'm on a work trip, business trip.
Oh, how boring. I'm here on a vacation. I'm not even checking my work emails.
Okay.
But so bizarre. I never thought I'd meet someone in DMZ
In
who
South
knows
Korea
me.
as well.
No, South Korea फिर भी ठीक है, but meeting someone in DMZ who knows me, I'm like, how is this happening? But yeah, that's the power of YouTube, I think.
Yeah, sure.
You enjoyed it?
Yeah, I really enjoyed
Would
it.
you recommend it to people?
I would recommend. Like,
Yeah?
be here, see the places around.
Yeah.
The observatory, Dora Observatory.
Yeah.
It's really nice. You can see the North Koreans and the propaganda village.
Yeah, it was
That's
really
right.
cool. And looking at North Korea was very different.
That's
Thank
Thanks.
you. If you like this video, please tell me what else would you like to see. And my entire Korea trip, including Seoul, Busan and DMZ, is on my Instagram, so you can follow me, Sahiba Bali. And yeah, thank you for joining me.
So please subscribe. Okay, thank you.